Hello everyone. Before we begin watching 6 most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And if this video leaves an impact on you, let us know in the comments below. 1. The Encounter. The YouTube channel Franco TV is no stranger to danger. Known for exploring haunted locations and abandoned places across the globe, Frank has built a reputation for diving headfirst into the unknown. In this clip, filmed on December 1st, 2024, he returns to a desolate factory somewhere in South America, a place he's visited before and never forgotten. On his last visit, strange events unfolded. Unexplained noises, chilling sensations, and the heavy feeling of being watched. Now, he's back, this time for a full overnight investigation.
Those of you who are wondering, I'm not in India. I'm here in Florida. I will be leaving soon, and the adventures overseas will continue. But as of right now, I was just visiting my family. But I do want to see and get to the bottom of what the hell's going on in the back mausoleum. Let's get into it. So you could see how dark it is. It may not look like much, but further deep in there, there's a big mausoleum, and there's another mausoleum towards the back. And then there's a forest that trickles through certain roads, but they're like dangerous roads, so people go in and out doing drugs and stuff. But this place also has a creepy lore of being haunted, and a lot of it's probably spoken by the people doing the drugs, which is weird because they're probably seeing things. But let's see.
Under the cloak of darkness, the factory felt off. Something wasn't right. Not the usual silence. Faint, unsettling sounds. Scattered, disturbing knocks, and whispers echoing through the shadows. The building appeared larger and more intimidating than he remembered. Carefully, he cut through the darkness with his flashlight, exploring the decaying structure. Then, he stumbled upon something strange. Candles, glowing with colors that resembled a rainbow.
Oh, I saw a light back there. See it? Kind of blinking. There it is, you see it? Somebody has a light on in the dark. Let me turn off my light. You guys get a better feel for how far out everything is. Oh, there it is again. It's right in the center there. Oh, there it is.
The footage focused on 4 lit candles arranged around a strange head sculpture. The eerie, unsettling face-like statue was surrounded by candles still burning, fresh and recently lit. Someone had been here. Maybe they still were. Frank's nerves were wearing thin. As he moved forward, he noticed clothes that hadn't been there before. The chance that someone else was present in the building was over 90%.
This isn't even the mausoleum where I saw the pale person. That's further up there. This is just right here next to me. Look. You see it? I just saw another flashlight. It's like reflecting off the wall. Hold on, I'm gonna turn off my IRs. I'm hearing something inside, but I'm not seeing anything. It sounds like talking. Down there is the area that I just finished walking from. You see the light from the building? That's the building it just came from. Jesus Christ. I'm not seeing the light anymore. Now I'm just hearing something. Again, I have not used any flashlight. Oh, this is infrared.
But it was there. Frank pressed forward, staying alert and wide awake. Then, outside the factory, he experienced a chilling moment. In one of the tall windows, a pale, faint figure appeared.
I just heard a noise. Right over here. The last time I came in here was completely quiet. What was that noise? It sounded like somebody struggling to breathe. I just got it again. Let's see what it is. I just switched to my other night vision because you guys get a better view. But I'm not getting anything. For a split second, I could have sworn I was going to run into something.
At first, he thought it was just a trick of the light. But when he reviewed the footage at home, his blood ran cold. There was a figure in the window, a silhouette resembling a nun, staring directly at him. Frank wasn't sure what he had captured, but he wasn't about to let it go. He went back inside the building to investigate. The room behind the window was cold and
It's behind this tree. Line area. What the hell is that? I think I got something on camera. There's somebody up there. Or is that a tomb? I don't know what the hell that is. I just heard a whistle. It's moving. That could be where I was seeing the light coming from in the beginning. It's crouching. Holy shit. That thing is tall. That is really tall. They're wearing like a gown or something. Or a hood. And they responded.
it happened again. In a different part of the factory. A light flickered, almost like a flashlight. He believed he was alone. Or at least he thought he was. But a few minutes later, he saw it.
What the fuck are they doing? They're literally responding to my whistle. I don't even know what they're doing. It looks like they're going back into the forest. They're definitely making their way into the woods. I almost can't even see them anymore. They just whistled. Oh, that is creepy. I can't even see them anymore. Oh my god. My foot just fell in the hole. Oh, it smells weird. Something smells burnt. Oh, that's weird. I just got a weird... It still smells like it. It smells like burning. Like a campfire burn. That smell's getting stronger.
They stood on the second-floor hallway, simply watching. Their eyes reflected the flashlight's beam, motionless and expressionless. As Frank rounded the corner and glanced back, he saw the figure. Frank felt an urgent need to get out of there. The area had recently been troubled by trespassers and abandoned belongings. Candles, backpacks, scattered books, none of which he'd seen before. Locals had been tracking unauthorized visitors, fueled by rumors of hidden passages within the factory walls.
Oh, what the fuck is that? I can't go over there. What the fuck was that? I am literally ready to just fucking leave. That scared the hell out of me. I wasn't expecting that thing to move. For a minute when I was looking at it, it looked like it didn't look real. It looked like a mannequin head. I don't know, I'm gonna leave it up to you guys, whatever you guys think that was. I don't currently feel safe. This is how dark it is over there, look at this. Turn on my light, let me get my flashlight. I'm literally steering the car right now while I'm driving. It was right up there. It's gone.
The encounter.
I'm out of here.
Jay, a YouTuber famed for braving creepy, remote locations, returned to the forest where he'd previously heard strange noises while tracking the legendary skunk ape. But this time, something far more unsettling awaited him, nothing like his past experiences. Armed only with a flashlight and a camera, Jay stepped quietly into the darkness, venturing deeper into the woods.
We're gonna walk around here tonight, see if we catch anything. We have picked up tree knocks in this area before. I've had some strange noises I can't explain, so we'll see what we get tonight. And it'll also just be interesting to walk through here because with the cold weather and it being underwater for so long, it's pretty cleared out as far as underbrush. So we're gonna walk around, see what we can capture.
Pushing further into the woods, Jay began rhythmically tapping on tree trunks to break the silence, a technique often employed by underground trackers to gauge activity.
Alright, I got the red light on, so it might be a little bit dark. I'm gonna do some tree knocks and see if we get any responses. Sounds like somebody just shot. Heard something that way. It's oddly quiet out here tonight. This always happens to me.
A gunshot rang out from afar. Driven by curiosity, Jay didn't stop, he pressed on. But on a remote forest trail, things took a darker turn. A stranger's car roared past him to the beat of music, then screeched to a halt. The music abruptly cut out, replaced by an eerie silence. Jay found himself stranded in the darkness. Realizing there was now no way out,
I'm a little bit screwed because that's the only road out of here. It's a forest road, and that's the only way out of here, and there's water all around me, so it's not like I can go anywhere. Hopefully they're not out here for very long. I know you can't see me right now, but I do not understand how this always happens to me. Like, it is literally 12:30 at night It's almost like they're looking for me. He was out with a flashlight. Now he's back out with the flashlight again. What the fuck is going on? I really hope I'm not witnessing somebody dumping a body or something. I'm also feeling really vulnerable because if it's just a drunk redneck out here and he decides to start shooting his gun off, oh god, that could be bad.
Jay realized there was nowhere left to go. He could only wait. In the distance, he noticed someone holding a flashlight, dragging something as they approached.
Kind of like he's dragging something. They just turned the headlights out.
These flames didn't feel like an ordinary campfire. It was as if someone had deliberately set ablaze a large, brush-covered expanse.
I mean, the amount of stuff he's laid on the ground, that's no normal little fire. That is absolutely weird. I want to get out of here. But I don't want to walk next to somebody that's starting a fire that big. That's not normal.
Suddenly, the night was torn apart by 5 loud gunshots. Jay froze on the spot. Just before the shots rang out, he had been stepping in that very direction. Now, his life felt threatened, fear coursed through his veins. He dropped behind a tree and remained perfectly still. Shot that fucking gun. I don't know what to do now. I don't really want to get shot. Jay spent more than 90 minutes concealed in the shadows, his heart pounding with every breath. He had no idea what or who was out there. At last, the gunfire ceased and the distant lights winked out one by one. Although his camera had died, Jay seized the moment and slipped away silently through the forest. What had really taken place? Was it part of some criminal ritual, or something even darker? Those questions remained shrouded in mystery. One thing is certain, that night, Jay narrowly escaped whatever it was lurking in the woods. The encounter. Asia documents her solo travels. She's exploring the country in her van, mile by mile. Van life brings her a sense of freedom, but in this video, that freedom is shaken by an unexpected reality. Life on the road can sometimes mean being vulnerable. One morning, while stopping to take care of a few errands, she parked at a McDonald's and, without meaning to, locked eyes with a man waiting in the drive-thru line. At first, everything seemed normal, but it didn't take long for her to realize he was now following her.
I like to keep it real on this channel, and I don't know what just happened, but basically I just pulled into this spot. I love it, and as I pull up to this spot, I pass by a McDonald's. It's like, I don't know, a mile away from this spot is a McDonald's, or like 2 miles. As I'm driving by the McDonald's, I like made eye contact with somebody who was pulling out of the McDonald's. I didn't mean to, but I guess I did, and I saw him just like make eye contact with me and zoom behind me and follow me, and he followed me all the way up here. And this spot, there's like it's like hard to describe. Maybe I can, oh yeah, you can kind of see it. Okay, so over there, It's like a dead end kind of thing, like with a gate. And that's where I go up there and I turn around there so that I can park here. That's what I do every single time. And nobody else does that. And I do that. And he even follows me up there and around. And right now I parked and I saw him pull up to spec. And then he just was staring at me and I wasn't making eye contact. And then he just zoomed off. So I don't know what that was all about. It's obviously super creepy and I hated every second of it.
Asia kept driving toward her planned destination, a scenic coastal parking spot where she hoped to find some peace. But the uneasy feeling of being watched refused to let go. Eventually, the man disappeared. With a strange sense of hope, she tried to settle in. It seemed like the encounter was over. She started cooking, going about her day as usual. But then, the car came back. This time, the man parked directly in front of her van and stayed inside, just sitting there, watching.
As I started cooking breakfast, I just kept thinking about the guy in the blue car and really hoping he wouldn't come back. So I just focused on making my delicious breakfast sandwich. And of course, I cracked my side window for some ventilation since I was... Is the creepy guy in the blue car is back. So that sucks. I hope that it's nothing and that I'm just being really sensitive, but I feel like it's something. But this is the reality sometimes for me. And just people on the road, you're a lot more vulnerable, I guess. I don't know how else to put it, but I just get a bad vibe, man. And I was so looking forward to spending my day out here. And I think I still will. Like, I'm not going to let this totally affect me, but I'm just going to have to keep my wits about me, I think. And I also think I have to close my curtain now, which I didn't want to do because I like hanging out with, you know, windows, doors, curtains open. But he could be just like sitting there staring at me in his like rearview mirror for all I know. I don't know, but...
Asia closed her curtains and tried to stay calm. But the tension was impossible to ignore. She pushed aside the unease and tried to carry on, focused on tidying up the front of her van. Then, without warning, the man stepped out of his car. He stared straight at her, slowly circling around the van, then returned to his vehicle. He never said a word, but his presence alone said everything. Sometimes silence is more unsettling than anything spoken.
Clear.
And as I started rifling through my bag of stickers, I noticed the guy in the blue car who I've been talking about this whole time get out and just stare at me. He walked around the car and all of that, and it totally unnerved me. And then before I know it, I see him just drive off. So I just watched that guy who I've been talking about this whole time in the blue car. I swear to God, he's been just sitting in... It turns out it was just one guy, not two guys. But like the whole time that I was making breakfast, doing my nails, all of that, I was like checking and just monitoring him and seeing what he was doing. And he never got out once. He always sat in the car and he always had his hand up. I swear to God, he had like... He was filming me or something. I'm not sure. It was so weird. I don't know. Who freaking knows? And I kept telling myself like, it's probably nothing. It's probably nothing. But again, the gut feeling. And anyways, the entire time I'm making breakfast, chilling in the van, he was in his car. And then right now, when I got out and went to the back to get my stickers, I came back and I've been sitting in the cab for like a couple minutes. And right after I filmed that clip of me saying like what I'm gonna do with the stickers and all of that, I shut my camera off and I looked up and I saw him like open his door, and he had been in the passenger seat, which I had seen already. That's why I thought there were two people, because I noticed somebody in the passenger seat like an hour ago. Anyways, I see him right now get out of the passenger seat and walk around his car to the driver's seat. And as he was walking around the car, he's just staring at me the entire time, staring at me. He gets in the driver's seat, turns the car on and drives away. And it's just so weird that like he tailgates me in here, follows me, gives me a heavy like crazy look as he's following me, tailing me, drives by me, and I thought he goes away. Then like as I told you, he came back and he just sat in his car and he didn't leave until I got out, and like he saw me get out, because I had not gotten out of my van at all until right now when I got the stickers. And of course, now that he's seen me get out and like seen me outside of the van, that's when he leaves.
She had clearly been targeted, but nothing more happened. Still, the memory of the encounter was enough. For Asia, and for those watching, it served as a chilling reminder of how unpredictable, and at times deeply unsettling, life on the road can truly be. For the encounter, Matt shares his love for the outdoors through his adventures, camping, fishing, exploring. It's all part of who he is. But some trips shake you in ways you don't expect. And this one left a mark on Matt that went far deeper than the surface.
My name is Matt. If you're new here, this channel is all about car camping adventures across the west coast of British Columbia. Today, we're gonna be car camping. We're gonna play some basketball. We're gonna go have some fun with some friends. We're gonna be cooking up with the jet boil. Nice little meal planned up. Do a little bit of fishing.
What? I got a fish. Oh, I think you let go, man. Dude, I had a fish.
After taking care of things during the day, Matt met up with a friend for a game of basketball. Later, they hit the road, heading toward a remote and quiet campsite. That night was when it all began. The fire was lit, meals were shared, and the peace of the wilderness started to settle in. But the peace they expected never came.
Didn't last.
These guys shooting guns is a little sketchy. Sketchy. Blasted 4 or 5 every time. It's gone on like 7 or 8 times. We're relatively close. Oof. Oh God. And your doors don't lock?
Well, I like to close my windows.
Okay. I think we're gonna be good. I got an axe with me. Oh. Did you guys hear that? These gunshots are getting really sketchy. It almost sounds like they're getting closer to us. I'm actually a little worried. I'm a little scared right now. It's really loud. Now I hear really fast driving. Okay, I'm gonna get in my car. That is way too sketchy. Sounds like there's a car that just flew across the bridge, gun in it, with an exhaust of some sort. Whoa, my heart's beating. That's freaky.
That haunting sound in the distance. Matt and his friend realized they were hearing gunshots. Faint at first, but growing closer. Not long after, the sound of a car approached. Matt felt the tension building in his chest. He decided the safest move was to retreat into his vehicle. He shut the windows and set up his bed. But inside the van, a heavy, suffocating feeling hung in the air. A creeping sense of unease he just couldn't shake.
I haven't even been able to set up my bed yet. Gunshots keep going off. I feel too sketched out to sleep. There's like cars. One shoe off. Slide it in there. Other shoe can come off. Keep it down below. I do have window covers. Kind of feeling lazy. But like that. Those are my insulated window covers, blackout.
As night fell, darkness wrapped around the campsite. But strangely, nothing happened. The night passed without incident. Yet the experience left Matt questioning everything. What was really going on in those woods? And why would someone fire a gun in such a remote place? In the dead of night? The silence only made the questions louder. Encounter. A group of friends set out under the cover of night, heading deep into the forest. They gathered firewood and organized their gear for a wild camping experience. They had no idea that this night would soon deliver something strange and unsettling. Their evening began in peaceful preparation. But then, unexpectedly, a loud explosion echoed through the trees. Among the trunks, traces of something they'd never seen before emerged.
Alright, that should be good.
We need a couple more like that, dude.
Oh yeah.
We could definitely get that long one out now, though. Right there. You literally laid it right on that tip. Look at that.
Perfect.
Right there. We need a couple more. Boom, we're done. We get across for tonight.
Oh yeah.
We gotta just keep moving it that way, towards Keegan.
It's not out. There's a...
What the fuck was that?
As the night wore on, the sound returned, and this time they took notice. At first, they brushed it off, assuming it was just a creature of the night. They pressed on, guided by the whispering wind. After finishing their preparations and trekking a while, they came upon a handmade bridge. This narrow crossing would lead them to the far side of the forest.
Now, if Keegan grabs it from the middle right there.
Oh, that's perfect, dude.
If Keegan grabs it from the middle, and then move it up just a little bit more, right there, look at it, touches land.
Alright, so we made it across that wild ass shit. We are about to set up a tent, probably on these rocks, unfortunately. Though, a bit ago, I'm gonna explain what we heard.
We heard a big boom above us, which we think of
Well,
as
I don't
tracks.
know if it was above us, bro. Real shit. 100% feel like that came from behind us.
Oh, that's lighting up good.
Oh yeah. The boom was weird, wasn't it, Tony?
Yes, it was. Definitely weird. Freaked us all out.
Yeah, don't know about that.
But the peace didn't last. The sounds returned, louder and more insistent than before. It wasn't just a thump now. It was unmistakably coming from the tracks, echoing through the trees above the bridge. The noise made the night feel even more ominous.
So, we are about to go up on the tracks, check out that noise. Go! Okay. That's where it just hurts. Tony, that was bad time.
After eating their meal and sharing a drink by the fire, they decided to investigate the noise. Listening to the hum of the tracks beneath them, they moved toward where the sound seemed to originate. Suddenly, that same loud explosion echoed through the forest once more. Then came a metallic ring. The silence shattered by the crack of rock against steel. A stone had been hurled their way, striking the nearby tracks before flying in their direction.
There's nothing.
Nothing at all. What is that?
It might be just a creaking, bro. It's old.
That's not a creak, though.
Sounds like something's getting thrown.
It sounds like something walking on it, you know? Tony.
That's Tony.
Was that you? Tony. Don't lie. Tony. Tony, don't fucking lie. Something threw a rock. Bro, promise.
That was him.
Promise.
It came from that way, dog. There was wood crackling over there.
Keegan, or Tony, get up.
No, it's the fire. It's the fire crackling. We just heard it again.
Dude, it bounced off the metal. I don't know what the fuck that was.
Tension began to rise among the group. Each member felt the unease growing deeper. As they pressed on with their search, sounds in the air became clearer. At first it was a distant, indistinct hum. But it grew more frequent and sounded as if it was passing right beside them. Those noises transformed from a faint echo in the woods into something that felt unnervingly intertwined with their own group.
I did not hear it.
Like that, like.
You burned yourself again?
Yeah, my shoe. My shoe is not.
Damn it, Tony.
I hear talking in the distance. 100% just heard talking in the distance. You hear that? I don't hear it anymore.
You did hear that?
Yeah.
I keep hearing that.
Could be the wind blowing through the trees. That's Tony.
No, I just heard the whistle again. I think we're tripping down. Let's go back down. We gotta be tripping. Let's go back down.
Wherever they went, those strange sounds seemed to follow. Something, or someone, watched them from a place they couldn't reach. Fear settled deeper than the flicker of their campfire. The group realized they were not alone.
No, I just heard
Unwilling
the
to
whistle
take any
again.
more risks, they packed up and decided to leave. They left the mysterious presence behind and walked away. Yet the lingering feeling was
100%
clear.
just heard talking in the distance.
Something remained out there, hidden in the darkness, and it wouldn't let them go. Encounter.
You hear that?
Johnny Paranormal guides his audience into one of Japan's most infamous locations, Aokigahara Forest. Known as the Suicide Forest, few dare to enter it alone. Yet Johnny chooses to venture solo into the depths of darkness from midnight until 3 a.m.
Oi, anything out there? It's your last chance. I'm heading out. Make a noise, let me know you're here, so I can say hello. At you.
Johnny ventures into the woods to film the final episode of his 9-part series. The footage opens to a silence so intense, it sends a chill down your spine. With every step, the oppressive stillness of the forest deepens. All you hear is the crackle of dead leaves beneath his boots. Then, in that moment, something shifts.
Off! Are you fucking kidding? Holy f***. Something just pulled my backpack. Off. Oh, God. Hold, Johnny, hold. Come down.
Johnny reacts the moment the stillness is broken. He feels a tug at his backpack. Something he's never experienced before.
My hand. Holy. Oh, God. Alright. I was just walking along. Back up there. And all I remember is like a fly or a bug or something just gone zzz, and then something just yanked. Like, not too hard where I got pulled back or anything, but like just someone softly pulling like a sharp little...
He spun around, heart pounding in his chest. But there was no one, only whispers. Faint and drifting between the darkened trees. He clutched his chest, hands raised, visibly shaking. He was breathless. The deeper he walked, the stronger the fear grew. Every few seconds, he stopped, turned, checked behind him. His instincts were screaming, "You're not alone." And after several chilling minutes, Johnny made his decision.
Right now.
He retraces his steps, constantly glancing over his shoulder. What was once a silent forest now feels suffocating. The shadows appear thicker, more menacing. Every rustle sends a chill down his spine. As the darkness deepens, the panic within Johnny intensifies. And finally, with his heart racing and legs trembling, he reaches the edge of the trail.